this is sad and emotional, so brace yourself. Unfortunately, again, I'm not going to blame Islam for it, but I'm going to blame the values that come out of Islam. The shame culture exists. Yes, it exists in other countries as well, but mainly patriarchal societies. But it exists in India as well, but in Pakistan and Muslim world as well. And the fact is that yes, Prophet Muhammad had daughter Fatma. He dearly loved her, um, but when there is a woman or child, a female in your family, you always have to get your guard up, like because there's always she's responsible for your honor, etc. So that's why girls are considered a burden, and I think Zach Ross a few weeks ago spoke about that as well. So this story is gonna definitely dampen everyone's mood, or makes us feel a bit sad. I'm sure you might have heard of this, Nuria. Fury in Pakistan after father shoots dead his 7-day-old baby girl because he
Oh
wanted his
yeah.
firstborn to be a boy. Suspect Shazaib Khan, arrested on suspicion of killing his newborn daughter, baby Jannat, meaning heaven in Urdu, was shot 5 times at home in Miawali. He's accused of shooting baby because he had wanted a boy instead of a girl. This is the guy. Monsters don't look any different, do they?
Monsters in our midst. No, they don't.
So then the poor girl, I saw her photo. I think there was a photo shared of her as well. And it
Yeah,
was,
I know. Do you have to show it?
oh
If you
yeah,
if you don't, then
I
don't. We talked about this in great length in the or in the Women's March stream, because this was literally happened the
a
day
day
before, and I was
before.
like, "What is going on?" So yeah, I'm more than happy for you to go through it. Please don't show that picture though, if you don't have to.
Yeah, well, no, there was no photo of her being shot. It was just a
No, I know,
little,
but they showed the
yeah.
picture of the baby. Like, I saw her face, and
It was
it's not
just,
nice.
yeah.
Anyway, because
It does make
she's not
you.
here anymore, and you
Poor,
know what she's been through.
poor baby didn't even know what is her fault. Is these ones. I think when they say, in light of these kind of stories, if people ask me straight after this, oh, Harris, are you a supporter of capital punishment or not? I genuinely, I'm telling you, as balanced as I am most of the time, or sane I am in these situations. I don't know. My opinion gets very blurry. I don't know the correct answer. I understand the philosophy behind it, that society can't be as brutal as the actual perpetrator, but uh, someone who can be so cold blooded, again, so crazy, so stupid, and free will is an illusion. That argument, I understand all of that, and I try to reconcile that, and I say, you know what? But I just say maybe it's also certain carnal desires of us human, the desire to have justice and say, or seeing suffering to those who hurt the defenseless, especially children. It just makes us. For example, if Putin was strung up by his own people, I don't think anyone would be feeling sad. Just like they didn't feel sad after Hitler killed himself, or Mussolini, or Ceausescu, when these guys were just, the dead bodies were paraded by their own people. Yes, ethically speaking, societies can never allow that, but these kind of things, when they happen, there's still a part of us that I would say doesn't mind it. So this is like when I look at him, he killed a 7-day-old baby. She didn't even know anything. And all because, as Agros said, girls are considered a burden in Islamic society and in Pakistani society. Nuriana, you're born and raised in England, but you're very familiar with the society. The moment a girl is born, no one is happy. Deep down inside, everyone is hoping for a boy. Why that is? Why? It's because now I'm gonna have to watch out for her. I'm gonna have to prepare her dowry. I'm gonna make sure that she doesn't sleep around, because if she does, then someone is gonna taunt me that, hey, your daughter is a hoe. All these kind of things at the back of the mind, especially men, those kind of thoughts exist, and that is the reason why girls are considered a burden. Yeah, do you want to add something to it? And as you said, Aurat March, Women's March, just happened on 8th of March, the annual Aurat March, which pisses off a lot of clerics in Pakistan. And this happened on 7th of March, just a day before. And that's why they were saying, well, you kill us when we were 7 days old. I mean, I keep saying 7 years old because I cannot even imagine 7 days old. It literally, this at that point you're just happy. You're just happy.
You can't even imagine it. Like shot 5 times. Are you?
How much hatred is there?
Yeah. I mean, you would think that these are, like, you called him a monster. You'd think these are few and far between, because I look at fathers, like you know of fathers, you look at fathers around you, and some of them, like, whether they come from Muslim backgrounds or not, like a daughter is like, the apple of their eye, and they wouldn't think about ever doing such a thing. But exactly, this happened a day before the Women's March in Pakistan, and the question raised on the stream was, why? What's the point of the Women's March? And the answer was so freaking crystal clear to me, and it was like, because of this. This is literally one of the reasons why women have to march, and the problem in Pakistan is so deep, and it's so what's the word? It's so ingrained, I guess, in their mindset. So imagine you've got Islam and all the patriarchy and misogyny it brings, and then you've also got years and years and years of that culture manifesting where those men have been empowered, and that mix is literally what governs Pakistani society. And those are the men who think they are entitled to, I mean, how many stories have we shared in just, what was this, 23 episodes we've done consistently of women in Pakistan being raped on the motorways, women being harassed at monuments because they have the audacity to be on social media, and people can say, oh, there's other elements to that. Fine, so be it. I don't care. The fact is, at the end of the day, women are being harassed, raped, molested, and 7-day-old babies are being shot in a country like that. And that's exactly why the women speak out. And this mentality of women being a burden is just, honestly, it's a cancer. You have kept
No, you haven't seen this video? You're talking about very quickly, so you can keep commenting on that. So you said girls are being molested. Look at this guy. They're literally a group of men. They just groped this girl, and they just sexually molested her, basically. There's this poor girl. This is in India, by the way. So
yeah, I gathered.
Yeah. So what you're talking about is that women, that's the society we live in, and then they say, oh, feminism is toxic, and no, there's no need, etc. Anyway, carry on with this. What you were saying.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's honestly, it was just sickening. Like I read that news, I told my parents as well, and it's like, it's just human nature. Like, there has repulse. This transcends stupid religion or cultural norms that have been enshrined. This honestly disgusting mentality where a girl, just because she's not gonna, in the South Asian culture, because it's so intertwined with the concept of, as Haris was saying, marriage and dowry, it's that you've honestly got this girl for a number of years, but she's not even going to be in your life forever, because it's actually a transition from your house as the paternal house to she's only with you till she's well, in the West at least, they hold out till you're 18, and then they really start pressuring you. But it's until you're 18, they actually tell you from the day you're born, I know, Haris, you think I'm really British, and I obviously come across like that, but don't get me don't misread the situation at all. I said this on the Urdu stream as well. As a Pakistani daughter that I was supposed to be, I have gone completely off the path to what any daughter would be, and the battles are insane. And it's only because I live in the West that I'm getting away with it. So they wanted me to get married young. I did that, and it had to be with a Muslim boy. There was no option. He had to be Muslim. It would be way better if he was Pakistani, and then also from the same Pathan, Lahori lineage that we're from. If not, it's still okay, but he should be Muslim. All of those things were put on me. I realized that's abusive. I want to get out of this. I'm going to get a divorce. Getting a divorce is a whole nother spotlight on you. No other girl in my family had gotten divorced. I'm the eldest daughter. So I had all of that taken upon me. And again, silent battles you're fighting. I got married to a Muslim Pakistani young when I didn't want to. I did what you said. It didn't work out. Now I have to fight for my right out of it, which wasn't even in my marriage contract, because you don't know. You don't even know to put that in there. And so you're fighting that little battle. And then now, like, you're never taught your body is empowering. You're always taught cover it up, cover it up. Like, it's weird. Like, you go out, you think, yeah, we're in England, London, I can go clubbing, I can wear whatever. I still genuinely feel weird wearing like really short dresses if I want to. You're taught like you should feel guilty and bad about everything. And slowly, this mentality shifts because I've done what I've done. Now I'm the only apostate in my family. I'm the only one who shows my face and speaks against Islam. I'm going against everything they believe in. Like, as a Pakistani daughter, I have literally failed. I've distanced myself from extended family. I've said those are toxic relationships. I've done things where we talked about elders, that you have to respect them, and breaking that. Like, there's so many tiny battles you're fighting just to exist and live your own life of like peace and agency and making your own decisions that you're not judged for. And this starts from the day you were born in a Pakistani household, and it does not end. It never ends. So the point that like literally we're told, even I was told as a little girl, like I'm telling you, if I even wanted to like get my ear pierced or dye my hair, my grandma would say, but like, oh, what if your husband doesn't like it? My parents would say, you're only with us temporarily. You're going to go to your husband's house one day. You're literally, from the day you're born and you're young, they're molding you, and you're set up to leave that house and fly away and then be the everything and provider and the mother for another man. And so they actually don't even consider you like, you know, part of this. It's literally, if you look at the family trees, for example, we have a family tree at my grandma's house. It's all men in that family tree. And I asked my dad and my grandma, I was like, I'm also this man's daughter. Why am I not on the list? Like, I'm actually the eldest. If this was the royal family, mate, I'd be queen. So what's happening here? And they were like, literally their rationale was, oh, your brother, I don't want to say his name, but your brother is the one who's going to carry your father's name. You're going to take someone else's name and have his children. So the family tree breaks off. You join there. And I was like, no, that's honestly ridiculous. But this is what, like,
So
this is what women in Pakistan deal with, basically.
So basically, you're saying that if you were to marry someone, you'll retain your name Khan.
Yeah, I did. I never changed my name.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that was my again. That was my little thing. Everyone was like, "Why?" And I was like, "No, I was born like that. I'm gonna die like that. Why would I change my name?" But that was my own personal preference. People can change their names; it's fine.
Yeah, we covered the story Arabian Princess. In Pakistan, a Christian nurse prayed for a sick patient, and then she got beaten up by other doctors and people from the street. Came and beat her. Yeah, we spoke about this.
If you like these videos and want to support me in my activism, then you can support me on Patreon or PayPal. Stay free, everyone.